Welcome to my corner of the internet. I'm the house hacker. Today I want to talk to you about scam baiting. Now, in an age of fantastic technologies and wonderful things that are coming to market, from the electric car to the new innovations in battery technology to the new types of signals so that you can have a faster Wi-Fi, faster cell phone signal, as well as the improvements in Wi-Fi, we have a cancer that has emerged within our society, and that is the robocalls, telemarketers, and scammers. That's one entire group of terrible things. And overall, people have become very frustrated with this, that a new group has emerged called scam baiters. And these individuals are looking for all kinds of ways to bait scammers into thinking that they're actually a mark, an individual that they can target to make money off of, but really the scam baiter is going to try and turn it around on them. Now, and we're not going to get too deep into that. I mean, those are individuals who are like reverse hacking the scammers and so on, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about a scam baiting technique that I ran across today and that I was shocked. It actually is one of those things that sounds way too good to be true. And it's totally true. I've spent today just kind of looking over all the material, looking into it. In fact, I even went in and I purchased the kit to do it for $47, along with the monthly membership to have access to the forum for $30 a month. And I'm probably gonna make another video after this at some point talking about my experience with it. But this was just so good that I just had to make a video now. I'd like to first start off talking about how this technique works and how it's going to get money in your pocket. Then we'll talk about the laws surrounding it, what the law says, and then finally we're going to cover the big fears that these companies have that you can take advantage of to make sure that they pay out to kind of keep this out of the light. So let's dive right into how this works. First off, let's start by talking about this won't work on your Nigerian princes, and it won't work on your IRS scams that are based out of India. Anything overseas, this isn't going to work on it because those individuals operate on a totally different set of rules. Their countries don't seem to really care about enforcing the law with them. So stick to using this on US-based companies that are participating. What you're going to do is you reach out, when these companies reach out to you, when they call you, when they spam, when they give you these robocalls, pick it up, answer it, talk to a representative, get information about the company, and then serve them with a notice letting them know that they violated the law. And then offer for them to settle out of court. And that settlement can be between $500 to $1,500 per incident. So if they called you 5 times, I mean, that's $500 to $1,500 each time. And get this, if you put your name on the do not call registry, that makes it willful, which means you can ask up to $1,500. So, I mean, it's pretty simple. Now, Doc Compton created this kit, the kit that I purchased, and I read through the whole thing front and back, and it's pretty well written. There's a lot of it that I already knew going into it, just based off my previous experience, but there were things in it that I did not know, and I definitely do not regret my purchase one bit. And I'm going to definitely try it out. Hopefully I'm going to have some very positive results for the next video. Now, what does the law say? Well, if we look at the Telephone Consumer Protection Act, 47 USC section 227, subsection B, subdivision 3, it talks about how you, as a consumer, have the right to sue these companies for contacting you illegally. And it defines in section 227 of the Telephone Consumer Protection Act, it identifies that it is illegal for these companies to contact you if you do not have a prior relationship with them. And there's a few other things, I mean, like, I'm not going to go over all of them, but there are exemptions like political PACs, they can contact you, political organizations can contact you, charities can as well. But if it's a company, 100%, if it comes down to these college loan folks, the debt collectors that you don't really have a debt with, but they're going to try and coerce one out of you, or the car warranty folks, any of those are perfect for this. But in the law, it specifically says that if there is a willful negligence based on the company in the way that they totally neglect the law willfully, then you can charge them up to 3 times the amount. So the max that you can charge them per incident is $500. But if they're willfully disregarding the law, the maximum becomes $1,500 per incident. And so you could be looking at making thousands and thousands of dollars off of this with some of these horrible offenders. And I wish I approached this before, because I just had a spam call the other day from a company that has already called me about maybe 6-7 times. So I'm now going to be turning off my blocker, and I'm going to try and get it next time. Hopefully we're going to have a big cash payout from them. But that 500 or 1,500 isn't what really scares the company. You see, when you go to court, before the actual legal proceedings begin, you have a pre-trial discovery. And in the discovery, there's often deposition. But we're going to focus primarily on the discovery. In the discovery, you can reveal all kinds of information about the company. And this is scary for a lot of companies, because if there was any evidence that could be used against them, it could be presented, it could come out during the discovery. The initial purpose of discovery was to prevent a trial by ambush, where people just show up to the trial and then all of a sudden it's surprise, here's all the evidence we have against you, and you don't really have a lot of time to prepare or to respond to it. And it's like when you debate somebody and you don't have all the answers in hand, and so you're trying to go off memory, and it's not quite right, and that's why discovery is there. But now it's being used in the legal system as a tool to effectively force companies to behave, because a lot of companies have some stuff that they really don't want to go to discovery. And if there's a big company, they're going to be significantly motivated to avoid going to discovery. I mean, just run through the scenario in your head. Imagine being a giant company that knowingly disregards the law, knowingly breaks the law repeatedly on a daily basis. If this goes to discovery, that's all going to come to light, which means now the big government's going to get involved, investigations are going to get started, maybe a class action lawsuit. A whole bunch of events are going to end up unfolding, or the company can pay a couple $100 or a couple $1,000 and it disappears. Things get real simple, especially like if you did your homework properly and you built a good case. The evidence will be strong, and most likely they'll make you sign an NDA that you can't use the evidence that you gathered against them, which really is the point. The whole goal here, what the scam baiting community is trying to do, is they're trying to do death by 1,000 cuts against these companies. And all you need to do is to take your metaphorical blade, don't go around cutting people, that's bad, but take a metaphorical blade and make your mark, so that we can hopefully get rid of all of these companies that have no regard for our privacy, no regard for our boundaries, and no decency or integrity in the way that they conduct themselves. I'm going to put all the links in the description below. Let me know what you guys think about this. I think it's a fascinating idea, and the fact that we're finding ways to leverage the law to force these companies to behave is phenomenal. And I can't wait to actually try this out. And hopefully I'm going to have an update for you guys. But I'm super excited. As soon as I saw this, I looked into it. I knew I had to buy it. You had to make my mark in helping the effort in cleaning our world from these types of companies. So if you liked the video, please like and subscribe, share the video and help it get out to more people. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.